All right, so I'm going to be introducing rotation to you guys. This is a very simplified version where essentially only 3 people are designated as a position, but this is a good introduction to a full volleyball rotation. This is styled after a 4-2 offense, meaning that the setter is front row and front right. This is the net right here. The setter is in zone 2, which is right front. The players here listed are the red jerseys are setters, and then the yellow jerseys are other players. When I first introduced this to my team, I typically designate 3 players who have really good ball control, who are really athletic and can move to a ball well. Eventually, everyone learns rotation by being a setter for my team and gain some confidence. So what you want to do when you set up your team is you want to place your setters with 2 non-setters in between them. Now sometimes we have 9 players, sometimes we have 8, and in the end it always works out, but a good way to tell is if your setters are opposite of each other. So this is a nice easy way to start out where if we are in serve or serve receive, the setter is already in position. So this is nice and simple. But let's say that we are in serve receive. So how I will position us is I will move into a W formation. So then our setter right here can get to the second ball. And this person should be able to pick up this ball. This person picks up this area, and so on and so forth. Let's say that we side out and then we get to rotate. So this is how the rotation will look. I designate as my next sub as the setter. So here, let's say we are in serve. So that means this player is serving. I have these 2 players stay right here. This player is going to shift over. This player is going to stay in the middle. This player is going to switch over to defense because setters need to play defense first, and this person kicks out there. So it's very important that setters know what position they are in rotation. So she should remember that she's in position 4. So again, we'll go back to serve. This player is serving. So, oops, I switched that around. So player in zone 2, or sorry, player in zone 3 is going to kick out to outside. This player should already be, so let's get set up when we are serving. So they swap, and this person is already there. That is a simplified version. Obviously, as you become more advanced, each player will have a designated position that they go to. So let's say we side out, that other team is serving. How we set up in this is I want to make the least amount of adjustments. So for serve, I have this player come all the way up to the net. This player, they are staggered. So the correct way is basically the setter has to have 1 foot behind this player right here. So I will stagger them, and again, that W formation that you see, where 2 players on the 10-foot line and 3 players about 20 feet back. That's a little further than what they should actually be. And so once the ball is contacted, she comes over here, and then that way she can set this player or this player on serve receive. Next, what we're going to do, sorry, 1 second. Let's say we side out and we get to rotate. I did not move these players. So this player subs out. This player is now in position 2. This is in 3, and we rotate. And a non-setter comes in. So let's say we have serve. So this player right here is serving. What I will do is have these players switch at contact of the serve. So once the ball is served, I'll go back. Once the ball is served, they will rotate and be ready for defense. Then once the ball comes over to this side of the net, obviously the setter should stay until I play some defense first, but let's say the ball is going right here, she'll release, the ball is set to her, pass to her, and then she has 2 attackers ready to contact that ball. Let's say that we are now in serve receive. We missed the point. The ball is being served over here. This is where I keep it a little bit more simple. Instead of having to, because some players haven't learned how to back set yet, but in this rotation, when the setter is already in the middle for serve, I keep the setter at the net. Now, of course, you can kind of shift it over, and then at contact, if this player is aware enough, they can transition over to block to cover that. Basically, the setter just has to be right there, so that you can do that where the ball is contacted and the setter has two hitters, or if you want to just have the middle stay, or the setter stay in the middle, that is also an option. So again, the ball is served over here. We're still in that W formation with serve receive, just to keep it simple for our beginners and advanced players, younger players. And then she can shift over here as it's been contacted, so that she has two contacts. And then she just needs to stay aware of where she's at in rotation. And then let's say we are in, another way to get check to see if you're in the right rotation is see where the setters are opposite of each other. That means that they are in the right position. And then the last rotation, so this player subs out, and then we are back to basically our original rotation, just with different players, where our setter is in the right front. So it's all repeated after that.